Hey, what's up? Kyle here. Hey. Sometimes on my way to the gym, I like to scream. It keeps me awake, especially during the cut. Holy crap, man. No energy whatsoever. A lot of people do have trouble going to the gym every day, like I do. Not saying I'm special, but I don't know if it's discipline or if it's a specific type of discipline that's tough for people. And I've done many things that require discipline, like the diet for the most part. I tried the PewDiePie 100-day drawing thing. That was fun. But I'm not too sure. I feel like the longer you do something, the easier it is to continue doing it, you know? I guess that's part of motivation, but the hardest thing is to start. I had a friend, currently have a friend, who occasionally goes to the gym with me, and he struggles so much to motivate himself, and he still did it. But can you do that every day if you're having, you know, if like everything in your body is like compulses, you know? It's like, no, I don't want to do this. I ain't gonna do it. Are you able to logically convince yourself to do something? Because I enjoy the gym, but if I didn't, would I still be going every day? And I heard somewhere, I don't have sources or anything, but I just heard from some video online years ago that if you're good at something, then you'll enjoy it more. If you're bad at something and you can't accomplish anything in that, then you'll lose interest. I'll just give one example because I think there's exceptions to this, but it's like playing a certain video game. If you're not good at the game, you always lose over and over and over. You never win once, not even occasionally. You always lose. I don't think you're gonna like that game at all. Now, if you win frequently enough, I think you can still like it and play it because you get that dopamine from, you know, such a hard-earned victory. You know, it's like playing League of Legends, I guess. You lose 5 matches and then you lose one. You feel really good that you did it. I think that tells us biologically, it's like you did it, you accomplished it. But if you can't even get that one per 6-game win, you know, I don't think you can continue playing that game. Yeah, I love these aminos. I went to GNC a few days ago, I think Saturday, and it's strawberry banana flavor. It's amazing. I vouch going to GNC for that stuff. It's probably a little expensive, but it might be worth it. It's usually expensive, even at Walmart. It's like $30 or more. It's just a powdered drink too. Like, I don't get the deal with it. Same as protein. Why is protein so expensive? Whey protein, at least, it's a byproduct of cheese. Like, it's just a byproduct, and we make a lot of cheese. I don't know if it's because all the filtration processes that are involved in it that make it expensive, or maybe it's expensive because they can make it expensive and all the competition agreed with the same price. I don't know. I don't know too much about business, so it's hard to say. Yeah. Anyway, back to motivation. I'm gonna try to keep around a subject if I can. Yeah, better help me talk. So, motivation. Let's say you're like a lazy guy. Occasionally you would want to better yourself and like work out and stuff, and you'll do it maybe for a week or a month, and then you'll stop. Now, is that motivation? Maybe there's another word for it. but it didn't last long. I've heard motivation, or true motivation, is guided by discipline. That discipline is the force that drives you to doing something you don't want to do every day. Like me going to the gym. Honestly, I'd rather just play Baldur's Gate 3, but here I am. Now, I've been doing it every day, so if I don't do it, I actually do feel weird. Even when I'm sick, I still feel weird, like something's off. So I created a routine around it. So yeah, discipline is great. And if you don't have discipline, I bet you can improve your discipline. It's like a stat in a video game. And you need to practice discipline little by little. If you can't clean your room, at least move one object forward out of your room. At least make some effort, even if you're tiptoeing towards your goal. That's way better than nothing. And over time, yeah, you will see a difference. You don't have to sprint every time you do something. You don't have to quickly improve. It's like that drawing thing I did. You draw every day, probably 15 minutes or so or less. Yeah, draw every day and learn something new and see how you improve. Well, I definitely improved. I can tell you that much. There's still so many things I'm bad at, but there's a big difference, and progress is not linear. Progress can be a roller coaster, actually, but you at least want the trend, going up. That's really the goal. I feel like nature works that way. It doesn't really work linearly. It's like losing weight. Your body's still going up sometimes, and it goes down, up, down. You want it to go, the trend to go down. So, yeah, I think that's quite interesting how that works. But yeah, motivation. And honestly, we need that dopamine still. We need to set goals and reward ourselves. I did this in college, where I'd write down on my whiteboard all the homework assignments, everything I needed to do that week and the week after. And I mean, sometimes I do all the easy stuff first, unless there's something big due soon, but easy stuff first to clear out that whiteboard as much as I can. And I get excited over every item I've cleared. Like, yeah, I did that. Yeah, woo! And that helped me survive college. And I still do that. I have a few goals to accomplish at the end of this week. I'd like to film a few videos for another channel. A weight goal. A goal setting up an appointment with someone. I wrote that down because I procrastinate. So it's good to keep track of where you're at, because if you do keep track, you can see your progress a lot better. Like if you're losing weight, just take a before and after picture. If you're drawing, at least you can compare, what you started out with and what you ended up with. But yeah, do your best. If there's something you're working on, try to get an accounting buddy, an accountant, something to hold you accountable. Like my friend and I, we're both on a cut at the same time, and every morning we're texting each other our weights. Like, oh, I'm 203 pounds, I'm 204.8, I'm beating you. We turn into a competition, and that's pretty fun. And that motivates you even more if you're competing. But if the competition's too much, or if you have none for what you're working on, compete with yourself. I think they said this in Initial D or some other racing show. Just race yourself and do better than you did last time. And don't worry about the other competition. That's a way to get rid of the butterflies in your stomach in that case. But yeah, compete against yourself is a good advice I'll give to anyone. You can tell I'm jumbling over my words. I'm saying, I'm changing them really quick. This is good practice, honestly. So I can see my own progress if I compare like my latest video to my first one on this channel, and I'm excited to do that. Well, anyway, thank you for listening. You have a groovy day or night. All right, well, I'll see you later.